We are live today for another episode, and I know I promised everybody that this, would be a stream with the Michelin Man, but instead Laura came in, who is part of actually Michelin, and the company came in and said that he couldn't be giving out dinners and tickets to F1 like this. So he got I don't know, he couldn't come up this word today. I hope he's okay. You guys, they didn't fire him today for his promises, but either way, I'm super excited to have Laura here with us. And I feel like, I've been doing a lot of interviews, and I've had a lot of amazing guests, and I think you're one of the first, Web2 brands, or at least, no, not the first, but in terms of, hospitality. And, you have such a insane tradition behind your brand, and I'm super excited to have you here. So just want to say welcome to Laura. Hello, Laura. We're going to try not to speak French today.
Yeah, we'll try.
Yes. How's it going? Is Michelin Man okay? Did you guys? I hope he didn't get punished too hard on this.
Yeah, no worries. I'm glad to be here. So thank you so much for inviting us today to talk about our project, our brand. So the Michelin Man is okay. He had another appointment actually, so he asked me if I can do the live. He's really busy, he's doing a lot of things. So, but he's okay. He's okay, and I'm really glad to be here today.
So he stood me up. Okay. Ouch. So that was true. All right. Well, I just want to say hi to the chat. We have Hilson and Vicky and everybody that's already showing up. Hi, everyone. Good to see you guys. I feel like it's really cool, honestly, to have and be able to actually talk about the Michelin Explorer Club for many reasons. First of all, as many of you know, so I originally have an hospitality background. I studied hospitality management. And this initially, was kind of like my career path, which ended up diverging to fintech. I worked in tech for over 10 years, and now in AI. I went from an AI company to crypto and founding Mood Labs. And this feels like coming full circle. And I just love seeing brands, creating really special activations and experiences, and also surviving, because you're celebrating 2 years, right, of Michelin Explorer. That's pretty huge.
Yeah. So my name is Laura. I am brand manager for Michelin. I'm in charge of the project in the Web3. So yeah, exactly. It's been 2 years now that we are present in the Web3, as we launched a collection of NFTs 2 years ago, and it's been an amazing adventure for us for so many reasons. And so yes, it's been now a little bit more than 2 years, which is like so long in this world, and we are glad to still be here today, because it's hard to still exist as a big Web2 company.
No, 100%. And I think that at the end of the day, it's one thing to actually launch, because we've seen brands come and go, well-established brands, but ultimately, at the end of the day, let's be real, right? There's been an NFT launch and there hasn't been much else happening. And, the Michelin Explorer Club is actually creating, experiences, you're organizing events. So I wanted to, talk a little bit about what exactly, like, how did this start, and also how to do it, right? I'm live streaming to LinkedIn as well. So I want to share kind of the process for a big brand like Michelin that obviously has a lot of stake. It's really difficult for obviously big companies to innovate. We all know that there's a lot of different processes that need to come into place, a lot of approvals. And so having this kind of experience is really, really special. And I want to hear how internally as well, was it for the whole team to, first of all, jump into this, but also to like get, accustomed to the crazy world of Web3, which, from a technical standpoint is very technical and quite complex and requires a very steep curve. Also for you, from a personal experience, like, how's it been?
Yeah, so well, there's a lot of topics in your question. The first thing that I wanted to say is the why of the project, because it can be um, questionable. I mean, you can ask why Michelin decided to do that. So the first thing that you need to know is that the DNA of Michelin has always been the innovation. We are talking about innovations since more than 130 years, as Michelin has been driving by own powerful promise, which is innovate for a better life in motion. The motion is really, really important. And from the
Starting with
invention of
tires,
the
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, from the invention of the removable tire to high performance mobility solutions, from maps and travel guides to connected and sustainable mobility, innovation has always been part of our DNA. And Michelin was born from bold experimentation, from the desire to solve real world problems, how to travel, how to move, and if you are traveling, where can you eat, where can you sleep, and the mobility is about it, and innovation is driving it. And today, the Web3 represents a new frontier of innovation, and naturally, Michelin chooses to explore it because for us it's a way to explore what is possible in terms of experience to offer to our customers, in terms of no, just being curious about what is happening, new technologies, new behaviors, and new ways of creating value between brands and communities, because the communities is really important for us. It's not only about creating a collection of NFTs.
I'm
It's
going to
about
show
creating.
it, by the way. I'm
Yeah,
going to screen share a bit
yeah,
because it's actually really cool. So we have it
yeah,
here. Look at that. And it's actually
yeah. So
animated. It's really cool.
yeah, so it's not only about just having an NFTs, it's about being able to have an experience through the NFTs that money can buy. This is our target. So if tomorrow you decide to buy an NFTs, you will be able to have a Michelin brand experience. Like, we are doing raffles where you can win tickets to go to the 24 hours of Le Mans, and see and go into the track, and see the competition, and do an helicopter
Oh
tower.
my
You can
God.
go
That's so
to
cool.
a Michelin star restaurant. You can win a Michelin star restaurant where you can go with your partner. We are now doing, the key hotels selection, so you can also win a night with your partner in an amazing hotel. You can also go to the Michelin Guide ceremony, which is something really exclusive, to be able to be here, where when Michelin is giving a star to a restaurant. So it's really about innovate the customer experience and create brand ambassadors.
I feel like
So
this
we
is
are
the
really glad to do
ceremony.
that.
This is
Yeah.
this is the one that's onto there to give the cup. That's really incredible. And so, for obviously crypto, native and Web3 native users and the community, it's quite, easy to grasp. But for anyone that would like to be a participant, because this is something that obviously you offer to not just the Web3 community, but it's just you're using NFT tech as a means for creating community and having a deeper engagement with your brand, which in a way is very interesting because we've seen a lot of companies try to do that. And so far, I cannot necessarily recall any that has successfully achieved, right? There's been a lot of talk into integrating NFT tech for loyalty programs and so on. But this seems like, it's actually interesting. And so how does one, I guess, like, can participate in this? They obviously need to go on a marketplace. I guess
Yeah.
OpenSea is an easy one. Obviously, you need crypto to buy it. And then what happens once you acquire the NFT? Like, what are the next steps for
So
people?
yeah, so the next step is to go on our channel on Discord, where everything is happening, and you can also go to our Twitter, and be part of the Twitter community, the Michelin Explorer Club, where everything is also communicate when we are doing a raffles, some raffles, when we are, giving communication to what is happening, what would be our roadmap and stuff like that. Everything is on the Discord and on the Twitter.
I'm going to bring it up so that you guys
Yeah.
can see the Twitter.
Yeah, because we know that today the mobility is no longer only physical. It's also digital, virtual, and experiential. So um, we are doing a lot of things on and sharing a lot of things on the Twitter and also on the Discord.
Here I can see. So this was a private dinner that you organized at Token
Yeah.
Singapore. Let me bring it up
Dinner.
so we can see
We're super
it.
happy to have you. We have like a little
Good, good,
surprise
good.
that is on.
Yeah, so I've been to Singapore at the last month. No, I mean 2 months ago. It was in October. So at the beginning of October, so we decided to go to Token 2049 as we wanted to be close to our Asian community. We have a lot of people that are members of the Mission Explorer Club there. So what we did is that we created two sides events with great partners. We did one with OpenSea. So that was the event. It was in a fabulous Michelin restaurant, star restaurant, where some holders of the Michelin Explorer Club were present, and some holders of OpenSea were also
The
present.
Michelin
We
Man
had
was present as well. I saw.
Yeah, the Michelin Man
Oh my
came.
God,
He
he
was
was there.
available. He came to say hi. And this event
Where
was
is it?
another side event. It was with Pudgy,
Ah, Pudgy Penguins.
as we love the mascot. So the Michelin
Yes.
Man decided they met each other's.
Oh my God, there he is.
Yeah, that was great.
That's so
That was
cool.
amazing.
Let me close up. By the way, I just want to say shout out to Hilson for subbing to my channel. Big love to you. Appreciate anyone that is supporting the show, and coming in through Twitch. We're definitely building. Twitch is such a wonderful channel for streaming. Obviously, we like X and others, but nothing beats Twitch. So really appreciate to everybody that's actually moving on and heading over there and subbing. Really big love for everyone, and yeah, definitely appreciate it. How was it for you to, enter Web3? Like, how was your experience? Your first thoughts and what you think of now? Because obviously it's a bit of a crazy world. And when you launched, this was 2 years ago. It was peak bear market. So let's say the vibes weren't at its best, and you've probably seen the whole roller coaster of going up and down, and regardless, at the end of the day, what you're building and what you're offering to the community isn't necessarily tied to market fluctuations, because your experiences are going to be there regardless. But I'm curious of how your experience was jumping into this world personally. You can be honest. We love an
Yeah,
honest
yeah,
feedback.
absolutely. I'll be honest for sure. So I started my career at Michelin not a long time ago. Just after my diploma, I was a manager in the competition factory. So I was managing around 35 people. Um, and so it was really operational, making tires, making the best tires of the world, and be careful about the security, the quality, and everything. And then my second job was at the communication department. So uh, really like a gap between producing tires, then communicate about the group, the messages, and everything. So I was trying to find a sense to all of that things. But it was really interesting to know that a brand like Michelin has to protect and valorize the brand. This is really important. And it's important as making tires. You know, protecting a brand is tough in our world. And so I had the opportunity to work on that project. And at the beginning, I didn't know anything about the Web3. You know, for me, I was like, what is Web3? Well, I learned that the web was actually at the beginning, you know, read things. The Web 2 was about reading and writing things. And the Web 3 was about reading things, writing things, and own your own things. So I was quite curious about that. And I was like, what is NFTs, how does that works, and what's the value, you know, for the customers, for the community, and what's the value for the brand. And you need to find the good way to, you know, offering the best experience for the customers, because if he's buying an NFTs, he's like believing in some things, and you need to be respecting, you need to respect that, as the respect of the person is something really important. So we really wanted to, you know, okay, you trust in us, you trust in the brand, you trust in the fact that you buy an NFT, we want to offer you the best experience. And an
You're not,
experience
just
is
FYI,
very,
you're one of the, you know, I can't say for everyone, but it's, you're definitely an exception within if you look at most founders and brands that came in, it's not been the same. I do want to
oh
say
really.
kudos to you. I mean, you know, we've all seen the cycle. There's been so many launches. There's been
Mm,
everything. It's been really, let's say, the wild, wild west. And the power of decentralization is that it is free, right? So you open up, it's like the internet, you open yourself up to anything and anyone, which means there is going to be people that are
yeah,
committed to providing value and actually innovating and trying something new and provide something different to their customers, their holders, whoever their
yeah,
target audience is. And then obviously everybody else that wants to, you know, take advantage of this new market that emerged pretty much and really kicked off, at least in the last few years, right? So it's really interesting to see also from a brand perspective. Do you think
yeah,
that, you know, would you recommend to other brands to embracing NFTs? Now looking, like, do you see this as a potential trend that's going to be, you know, carried on in other
yeah, I think
industries?
so. But you need to know why you are doing that. It has to make sense for the brand, you know, because this is something that is, it's really hard actually to stay and be respected, and you know, be able to make people stay with you and believe in you, and not you know, we don't want people to buy and resell the NFTs. It doesn't make any sense for us. We want to have the best community, and we want to have brand ambassador. We want to be able to offer them the big picture of what is Michelin, because Michelin is not about tires anymore. It's around tires, beyond tires. We are doing so much than tires. Today, 55% of people don't know that
It
the
started with the
Michelin
tires.
Guide, the Michelin Guide is actually just the same brand than the Michelin tires. And so we want to show to everyone all the activities. That's the reason why we are offering restaurants, Michelin Guide ceremony, hotels, track, you know, see a race, a competition race, but also being able to come here to Clermont-Ferrand. We invited a lot of holders to Clermont-Ferrand. You know, we invited them to go to the factory to know
Oh,
how you make a
really?
tire.
That's so
How
cool.
do you make a tire? We invited them to go to the Michelin museum to know much more about our history, because we are a strong brand. So I would say yes. I think today the channels are really saturated, and this is a good way, you know, to be able to communicate and to be more visible, as today the social medias are really saturated. So the Web 3 is a way to be able to be present and be different from other competitors also, and being able to offer an experience. When you buy your tires, you don't have experience, you know. In the real life, when you buy some products, you just buy your products and you leave, you know what I mean. You can be a member of a community, you can, and you sometimes on some brands and events, but I think the Web3 is really the opportunity to offer an experience that money can buy.
Yeah, the tech definitely enables that. And we're definitely seeing a shift in the way that products, especially consumer brands, are marketing themselves, in the way that they communicate to their audience. But also, I feel like community building is a trend that's here to stay. It's not new. It kicked off definitely a few years ago. I've started seeing the value of actually having a community of loyal, lifetime customer, but also genuine people that have an emotional connection to the brand or with the founders, depending on,
Yeah.
whether your brand has a face or not. I mean, in your case, you have the Michelin Man, so you have a mascot in a way, so
Yeah.
you can kind
Yeah,
of
and there's
play with it.
also a lot of another thing that I'm thinking of is, we have customers that buy tires and leave. We have customers that go to Michelin restaurants, and they leave. But the Web3, we are moving everywhere in the world, and we are meeting people physically. I met them. I met the
You're
community.
going to the events as well.
Yeah. I've been to Token 2049. I've been to Art Basel Miami last year, and there we meet people in real life, and we have conversation with them. What are you expecting? What is your, why are you so passionate? Why did you buy a Michelin NFT? We have the human relationship that is possible in the Web3, and it's also a powerful space for innovation because it allows us to collaborate with startups, creators, developers, artists. We did last year this year a partnership with World of Women, because
We love World
we
of
think
Women.
that, yeah, we thought we had the same values in terms of, being able to be passionate about technologies, women's, the diversification, and so it allows us a lot of things like that, and these collaborations push us outside of our comfort zone and accelerate innovation in unexpected ways. And Michelin has always believed that innovation is stronger when it's collective.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And you mentioned obviously the community is spread out around the world. Like you don't necessarily I guess the fun thing, but especially when you have like a brand like this, you're going to be targeting a certain type of individual, right? Like, and the beautiful thing about NFTs is that there's no barriers. You buy them with crypto. There's no currency tied to a country, which means that your community is going to be global, right? Where do you know more or less? Because obviously through NFT tech, it's hard to map out unless you have a direct contact with people, because it's, transaction and everything on chain is anonymous. You can obviously, it's transparent. You can see exactly who's holding what, but there's no, face to the wallet in that sense, unless you actually go and interact with the community. But for the people that you have been able to meet or map out, do you know more or less where your community is concentrated in terms of geographical areas?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that it is also not disconnected from our core values. It makes sense for us. The Web3, I think, gives us new tools to support our commitments through transparency. Like you said, and we are learning a lot. When I when I began, I did not understand anything about what it was about. I mean, that was so complicated for me. I was like, "What is that?" And when people are speaking to each other, it's like codes.
Yeah.
If you
I
don't
mean, we
understand
definitely have a language, right? There's a lot
yeah,
of,
and it's moving so fast. When you have an opportunity, you need to, to be fast. And when you have a company like Michelin, which is really a big company, we are doing things seriously, and we have a lot of processes and things like that. And in the Web3, everything is really fast. You have the opportunities, then the second after, you don't you lost it. But we actually have a lot of people who are asking us to work with them, which is great.
okay, that's really, really interesting. And so you're definitely open to collaborating with other brands, right? I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm going to, by the way, just like reshare the account because there's more pictures actually from some the Michelin Guide ceremony in Thailand, and yeah, these are the kind of experiences that anyone could take part by being a holder, and I think it's quite incredible. Like, to be honest, like coming, I swear, like I studied hospitality. This was really sort of like my core. Yeah, this is really close to home in a sense, and it's really I love seeing these two worlds converge. It feels like really special, honestly, seeing this and this opportunity offered to like Web3, which in a way, you know, I think one of the beautiful things about Web3 and the community is that not everyone that is in crypto has necessarily had the opportunity of experiencing what a 12 course meal is, or has been, you know, has had this kind of just opportunities to experience this, right? And the fact that you're giving this to people and showing them that this is possible by holding an NFT, and, you know, potentially you get to stay in a beautiful chateau or a beautiful 5-star hotel when it's maybe not something that you were able to experience just because of whatever reason, right? You're really opening up and broadening the worlds for a lot of people, and also educating them from a culinary standpoint. And I think it's really a really fun experience, to be honest. If anyone is a foodie, this is definitely for you. It doesn't get better than the Michelin, Michelin rated restaurants. I feel like maybe are you planning on hosting anything in Dubai?
Well, we are actually trying to choose some events next year where we will be present, and we saw a lot of events in Dubai, in Singapore, in Tokyo, in Indonesia. So now we have to make some choices because
In
we will not be able to go everywhere. You know, the Michelin Man is busy, so he
yes,
has to, prioritize where should he goes.
yeah. Someone is
So
saying that
about
dessert
it.
the dessert is OKX coded. What do you mean? Which dessert? This? What? We Max is saying in the chat that it's OKX coded. What? Where? This? I don't know what you mean.
I
Maybe
don't
another
know.
one? Is it this one? What's special about it? This is supposed to be the Michelin Man, right? I do recognize
I
the
think so.
face.
I think so.
Ah, no, from the first picture. Wait, let me try to bring it back. I'm trying to bring it. I'm not sure which one. Let's see. I'm just going through the pictures here. That's really
Yeah, no,
cool.
people also, every time that I met people, they are so proud about what's I mean, the experience that we are offering. It's I think we are really creating something different from what is actually existing. And you know Transformation is not a disruption. It's our natural state. And I think it's a natural extension of what we are doing since the beginning. And people are really, really grateful about it every time that I met them. I've been to 24 hours of Le Mans in June with some elders. The experience was amazing. You are on the track, seeing the race from like a view where it's really exclusive. You do an helicopter tower, just to look at the track when the race is going. And that's really amazing.
Was that your favorite experience that you've taken part of?
I think it's one of the best, and I think Token 2049 was also a really great experience. Doing things with OpenSea, with Pudgy. It was amazing to see. The penguin who met the Michelin Man. That was great.
Yeah, no, they're too chubby, really cute
Yeah,
mascots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max is saying, wow, I just checked Michelin has 132,000 employees.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have one well 120 or 130,000 employees in the world. 20,000 people are in France. The headquarters is in Clermont-Ferrand. We are 10,000 people working here in Clermont-Ferrand in the middle of France. We have one of the biggest site of research and development. It's really an international brand, and it's a strong brand with great values around the respect of the people, respect of the planet. And I can feel it as an employee. I can feel it by myself, every time, every day. And I'm so proud, for sure, about my company. I don't think I will. I think I will never leave for another company.
How many years have you been working with Michelin?
It's been 8 years.
Okay, nice.
And at Michelin, we only have 2% of turnover. That means that you only have
Wow.
2% of
Really?
people who decide to leave the company to another company. Yeah, I think people are really engaged and happy to work for that brand. It's a family
That's
brand at the beginning. It's two brothers who decided to innovate for a better life in motion and create the first tires, the first tire. And you can still feel like it's a family company, even if it's really big and 120,000 people around the world.
that's incredible because like 2% turnover is really, really low, especially in this year. I feel like if you look back to previous generations, obviously it was kind of the norm of staying in a company for all your life. While now it becomes way more rare in the job market. People tend to like switch over and go from one. It's less loyal. So as a company to be able to achieve that, it says a lot, right, for the culture and the environment. I, I
Yeah,
want
and
to
it's
bring
normal
up.
because it's only been like 8 years. I've been a manager in a factory. I've been working in communication, and now I'm managing a project like that. And I've been to Singapore 2 months ago to meet people and eat in a great Michelin star restaurant. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I mean?
that doesn't sound
It's
too bad.
yeah,
That sounds
it's
really
an
nice.
amazing experience. Yeah, I'm really grateful.
That's really cool. I have here the first Michelin Man, which actually used to be called Bibendum, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is I mean, Bibendum is actually the name of the Michelin Man
Yeah,
in France.
it's still
Yeah.
his name, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the Bibendum.
Yeah. There's there's a saying, right, to call someone chubby. I think they say Bibendum. I can't remember. There's something we still call like chubby people Bibendum, no?
Oh, maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think I don't remember. I've
Yeah,
like heard that somewhere.
it's a lovely character who
Yeah.
also change like the brand since the beginning. He's
Yeah,
not
look at
he's a
this.
little bit he's healthy. He decided to make some sports, so he's a little bit less big than before, but still comfortable and love and passionate and respectful, polite and a great mascot.
Yeah, so Max is saying Nunc est bibendum is Latin for now is the time to drink.
Yep. Yeah, because this is a man
C'est-à-dire
really
à votre
interesting
santé.
who, yeah, he was drinking, some how can I say that in English? Sorry. Obstacle, which is like things that you can find on the road that can be dangerous for
Obstacles.
the tires, and he's like, I'm okay, I'm strong and I can drink it, and it will not be a problem for me as a tire. I can drink everything, and you will be still secure and on the road, when you drive. That was
That's
what it means.
I love the lore. Max is saying he's also referred as Bib or Bibelobis. That's so cute. That's so funny. I know you have to rush, but before we close off, I just want to go back and reiterate for anyone that has a passion for experiences and exclusive activities and food. If you want to be part of the club, this is basically how you do it. Go on OpenSea. It's an NFT, and you get to be part of this global community and travel the world and have beautiful experiences together. Hopefully you get to come in Dubai. Anyways, we travel a lot for conferences, so we'll probably I'm sure we'll be there for the next event that you'll be
Yeah.
organizing. I look forward to it. And is there anything, like anything you'd like to say before going? By the way, I forgot to mention, you have celebrated 2 years of Michelin Explorer Club, and I know that the, head Michelin, mother company has acknowledged and is celebrating actually the brand publicly. So I think this is huge, and I just want to say that it makes us really proud as crypto and Web3 community to hear this, because it really means that you're paving the way to show that this is tech that can work and adds value and is here to stay. So definitely really cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me. I was really happy to be able to talk about this amazing brand. Well, what can I say for the conclusion is that the Michelin's journey into the Web3 is not a shift, it's a continuation. For other than 130 years, we have innovated for a better life in motion, from roads to virtual worlds. The missions remain the same. Web3 is our new space to explore. It's a new way to create value. It's a new way to engage communities. And like the Michelin Man in 1894, like the one that we saw, we face new obstacles with confidence. And once again, we choose to innovate because the future of movement is already in motion. So that's my conclusion.
I love that. That is like such a wholesome, kind of way to describe this. And I'm sure that, and I've heard as well from anyone that, has participated, that you organize the best events, and it's just been, just like really fun to be part of. So I definitely look forward for like the next experiences that you're going to be organizing. And yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
pleasure. Well, hopefully we get to
Yeah.
meet in real life at some of the events
Yeah,
that you're
it
going to
would
be
be a
organizing.
pleasure. So yeah, just meet us and join us on our channels on Discord, on the Twitter, and yeah, it would be amazing to meet you, Kamsi.
I will see you in real life next year. And I mean, it's crazy. It's December, so I'm gonna say it already. Happy, well, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's for in this month. And I will see you guys in chat. Love you all for being here. Everybody that joined in the stream, thank you so much. I will see
Thank you
you
so much.
very soon. Bye, everyone.